welcome to this afternoon's Word on Wearside. I'm Yolanda Branch.
And I'm Ryan Smith. Coming up, we speak to the man who has pulled the plug on local football team Java Roofing.
Profits for North East bakery chain Greggs are down.
And litter is ruining a local park in Sunderland. The owner of E-Back Northern League side Java Roofing has released a statement saying that he is pulling the plug on the team.
After finishing this season in the relegation zone of Division 1, the club is being closed down by owner Richie McLaughlin. In a statement he released on the club's Twitter, Richie thanked everyone involved with the club for their support from beginning to end.
Our reporter Kieran Carr has been speaking to Richie about his decision to close the club.
The gates are closing on Java Roofing BCA Football Club for the last time after 35 years. The gates are closing on Java Roofing BCA Football Club for the last time after 35 years of being at the heart of community football.
These gates behind me have been shut permanently for match days. However, I'm here to meet Richie McLaughlin, the owner, who's ready to take me inside the stadium for a trip down memory lane and to tell me exactly why now is the right time for the club to close.
Oh, very sad. It's heartbreaking, to be honest with you. I still love the football and I will still be involved getting around with the Northern League and watching games. But the only thing is, the better thing is, I'll be able to have a pint and keep out of trouble, so much better. Yeah, well, I think we've had about 4,000 tweets and phone calls and messages, and actually I'm shocked, to be honest with you, because when I first come out Sunday morning it's been non-stop, and I didn't ever think that people would be doing that, and it's all good stuff that they've come out with, and it's really pleasing to see that.
I think this weekend though it's been really emotional because obviously we just thought we would just walk away. But obviously this is like Richie's life's work here, and the people, it's just been constant from morning till 12 o'clock at night. People like phoning, texting, putting it on my Twitter page, on my website. It's just been it's been unreal. It's been lovely, really, hasn't it?
It's surprising.
It has been extremely important for Richie and Giants to keep a tight family to the very end, and it goes much further than blood, with many volunteers and committee members being at the club from the very start. The club has seen a number of achievements over the years, such as making it to the semi-final of the FA Vars.
It is family run, I mean to say. My two daughters are always here, but it's even though the committee, they're like family to her. They've been here as long as we have practically, and it's sad for them as well because they were really upset on Saturday. There was a few tears because it's just come out the blue to everybody because Richie couldn't make his mind up, and at the end of the day, even Saturday when he said, you know, I think I'm going to retire, and people just weren't believing him. And then when we were driving home on the Saturday, and I says, well, you know, what do you think? And he went, I'm going to sleep on it. So he's still really, because it's in his blood, that's all he's ever known. It's his passion. And then when he woke up Saturday, he went, no, Sunday. He says, no, the time's right. And I says, fair enough.
What the plan up here is, they want to get juniors there. They've got the ground, and we're looking at an all-weather pitch on maybe here. The community centre's working hard to get that sorted out, and there's people up here on the committee, the sports club committee, they're trying to get that sorted out. So hopefully we can get an all-weather pitch on here and start getting young people in. So really we don't just want one team, we want lots of teams who can play on here and be part of this and build this up like everybody else is trying to do. That's what people are trying to do here now. I would still hope to be on the management team here because we've got a management committee, and I would still like to be on it and sort of help out in things like that. And I would still like to be involved, so if we can get the juniors up here, and it'll be brilliant. And that's the plan.
As the gates shut for the last time here in South Tyneside, for Word on Wearside, I'm Kieran Carr.
The park in Sunderland is being blighted by litter and fly tipping, and residents are furious.
The Children's Forest near Pennywell has become a dumping ground for all kinds of waste.
Our reporter Amina Ibrahim has been to talk to the people who are living there.
Discarded plastic bags and empty bottles, a common problem at this Sunderland park. It's so bad that residents are lobbying the council to clean it up.
So we've come to Children's Forest, a Sunderland green space that's known as a dumping ground for fly tippers.
The litter, must be people chucking it out of cars going up and down the motorway, up the A19 I should say, because alongside the A19 there's loads of litter down there.
We've been coming here for the past 3 or 4 days just to walk the shelter dogs. They have these on, so luckily they can't get the rubbish in the mouths, but it would be a bad thing for the other ones. So Yeah, quite a bit when you're walking up and down and around in dog poo. Whereas we've always got to have poo bags on us. So.
I've never known a place like this for fly tipping. It's just dreadful. Everywhere you go, any little side road, somebody been down and dumped stuff. And it's stuff you can take to the tip. It's not like stuff that would cost you to take to the tip, it's just household stuff.
We contacted Sunderland City Council but got no response. The litter problem is yet to be resolved.
As mentioned earlier, it may be a hard time for all involved with Jarrah Roofing at the moment, but volunteers for Northern League sides will already be preparing for next season.
The EBAC Northern League is the 9th tier of English football and is a far cry away from the glamour of the Premier League. Teams rely on volunteers to ensure that day-to-day running of the clubs take place.
I went to visit West Auckland Town FC to find out what impact these volunteers have on the running of lower league clubs.
West Auckland Town FC is a club that sits third in the EBAC Northern Football League, the ninth tier of English football. It is a team known for being the winner of the first World Cup in 1909, before going on to retain it 2 years later in 1911.
Far away from its glamour of the Premier League, where multi-million pounds are spent on different players in each transfer window, you head down through the English League, getting into the EBAC Northern League, and especially West Auckland FC. It's a club that is steeped in history. It won the first ever World Cup, but today it is a club that would not be able to function without volunteers.
Stuart Alderson is the general manager and club treasurer. He highlights the importance of volunteers for lower league clubs.
Without the volunteers, you wouldn't run these clubs. We've got lads coming on in the morning, quite assembly lad in the game comes along and cleans all the dressing room after a game. And then we have Clippy and one or two more gets on the track there. Obviously, every game you've got to get somewhere around. And then there's the tide, you know. But that's just as the season's going on.
Stuart has some fond memories during his time with West Auckland.
It must have been a foot and a half of snow. There was no games on at all that weekend. And we got a local fellow down the road with a tractor and snowplough, and he took it off to the skim of the grass, and we played that day. Only game played around here. We won for enough for 5-1.
Clubs like West Auckland may not be able to compete with the biggest teams of football. But one thing is for sure, the passion from the volunteers is something most big clubs could only dream of.
Now, she's come a long way from sitting on the sofa watching telly with her parents in Durham.
A trip to the Australian jungle and appearances on Ant and Dec's Saturday Night Takeaway has landed Scarlett Moffat the role of a royal wedding correspondent for BBC Radio 1.
Britain has sizzled over the past few days after a record-breaking bank holiday weekend for the UK. Temperatures reached the mid-20s here in the northeast, with many heading to the coast to enjoy the sunshine.
And fans of Roald Dahl will be flooding to the Sunderland Empire over the next few weeks as Matilda the musical began last night. It'll be in Sunderland until the 2nd of June and will star Craig Ells, who is reprising the role he had on the West End as Miss Trunchbull.
It's Teacher Appreciation Day today, and we've asked to hear your stories about teachers that have helped you.
Paul got in touch and told us about his teacher Martin Hammer. Paul says he can still recall a day when Mr. Hammer explained the power of English language by showing how Shakespeare packed in so many different meanings to a single sentence. It changed his life and led him into a career of journalism. Rachel
also got in touch. She said that Miss Appleby was the most inspiring teacher, as she always made teaching fun, and she's the reason Rachel wants to be a teacher herself. And roadworks have started on the A19 from the A690 to the A183 northbound, and even more are due to happen over May. Head over to our Twitter and Facebook to see an interactive map on whereabouts are taking place. We're at Wood on Wearside. Greggs. It's a hallmark of the northeast with 14 different stores in Sunderland alone. But business isn't looking as good as promising as it previously has. It's been announced today that shares in the North East bakery chain have tumbled. They say it's partly due to the bad weather earlier on in the year. The beast from the east forced multiple temporary closures in the first business quarter.
It's been around since 1951. Greggs has grown from its regional northeast base to become a nationwide bakery chain. But today, shares are down, and that could affect overall. It's been around since 1951. Greggs has grown from its regional northeast base to become a nationwide bakery chain. But today, shares are down, and that could affect overall profits for the year.
Greggs has seen shares plunge by 18%, making it the biggest faller on the FTSE 250. The company claims that these from the east affected profits, with many people in parts of Scotland and Wales not being able to get to work.
It was only, what, 2-3 days that there was minimal stock, and even then I still went like twice, so.
I don't know, because some people think that it's a bit expensive. They would rather go to McDonald's and other places because it's cheaper.
Not stopped going like less than I would normally go. It's not somewhere I go regularly all the time.
I don't know, maybe people are just, I don't know, deciding on healthy options. I'd like to think so. I'll try and say that to my children, but yeah.
Greggs are now pushing for a healthier range to draw in more customers after this loss. I'm Richard Bellis for Word on Wearside.
Sunderland's 3-0 win over Wolves at the Stadium of Light saw the close of the championship season for Sunderland. The victory against the champions offered little consolation to the Black Cats, however, as they suffered a second successive relegation.
Sunderland will play in the third tier of English football for only the second time in their history next season. Although it's not all bad news, a potential takeover is close to completion and Sunderland fans will be hoping for a new dawn for their club.
Word on Wearside reporter Cameron Petrie is at the Stadium of Light now. Cameron, what has gone wrong for Sunderland this season?
I mean, it's various things. The striker who was scoring the goals was Grabman, left the club. He had huge arguments with Coleman, didn't want to be there basically. So Coleman was sort of manager that if you're not on his side, he's not going to try and convince you to stay. So they got rid of him. He's actually now doing pretty well at Aston Villa. There's a variation of things. I mean, the squad was aging. There's a lot of guys that didn't want to be there on high wages, like Jack Rodwell, who's literally on I think 50-60 grand a week, and he was trading on his own. And then Coleman got asked, when he's still manager, where is Jack Rodwell? And he literally answered, I don't know. So there's stuff like that, but from the top as well, the owner sure doesn't want to be there. £140 million in debt. I think they've got the 13th biggest debt in the world, in European football out of any club, which is incredible. So all that doesn't help the matter. And then start off with Grayson, who only had a 16% win record. They went to Coleman. He only got up to 18%. He only won 5 out of 29 games. And they just struggled to get in a winning mentality. I think they're conceding on average 3 goals a game as well, which is just. If you're playing football and conceding 3 goals a game, you're going to struggle to win games. It's as simple as that, really.
And what's the fans' reaction been like after the second relegation in a row?
Just pure misery, basically. They did, to be fair to Sunderland, they stayed in the Premier League for quite a long time. And I think this has been building up, and it's not, like for some fans, it's not that surprising because they don't know how they stayed in the Premier League so long, and they dropped the Championship. Now they'll land League One, and the reactions is just, miserable, sort of gutted, devastated because it's a club, but then, there is potentially new exciting things happening as well. So I spoke to the fans actually about it and got their opinion on the matter.
It's just a clean slate. The fans have suffered for seasons, going back years. So this is like a new, fresh start, to be honest.
Well, to be honest, I thought we would have given a bit longer, but what I've read, the reason was being sacked is just purely to see if your new company is taking over. The 1.7 million in put you off with that, so I think that's why I got rid of them. But again, all depends on his opinion.
It's disappointing, a big club like Sunderland, you don't expect them to get relegated back to back.
We're going to the towns that are in that league. The stands as what Sunderland is.
Thanks, Cameron. And that's all from today's Word on Wearside.
Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week.